Alright guys, let's work towards finding the force of friction of an object. This can work for coefficient of kinetic or coefficient of static. So first thing first, let's see what the question is asking us to find. What is the force of friction? So automatically we have FFR, which represents force of friction, being a question mark. We don't know. But what do we know? The coefficient of kinetic friction between an object and the horizontal surface upon which it is sliding is 0. So here's your coefficient symbol. And we use the K to indicate if it's static or kinetic. And it's 0.40. The mass of this object, we know its mass because kg is represented by mass, 3.2. Now there's one extra thing we have to be aware of. Gravity is going to play a part in this, and here's why. The equation that we're going to need is force of friction. Because we're working with kinetic, we're going to choose this over that. We are not working with static. But either way, they can work with each other. Now the extra step that we have to pay attention to is Fn. In a free body diagram, when an object is balanced, it takes gravity and normal force to keep it balanced on a surface. To find the force of gravity, you need mass times gravity, or mass times acceleration. This is how we find the weight of an object. Thinking about Newton's third law, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So to find normal force, you're going to need the same equation. Here's why that matters. When we're applying our equation, force of friction equals the coefficient of kinetic times Fn, notice how we have mass, but we don't really have acceleration given in a problem. We can then state that since Newton's third law, every action equals an opposite and equal reaction, gravity will replace where A would be because we're still focused on acceleration due to gravity. So Fn then equals mass times gravity. So our full rewritten equation would be force of friction equals kinetic times mass times gravity. The coefficient is 0.40, the mass is 3.2, gravity is 9.8. So 0.40 times 3.2 times 9.8 will give you 12.54. So the force of friction is 12.5 newtons.